welcome to another episode of Growth with X, where I'm going to be reviewing Polar Light's 1000 U.S.S Enterprise as seen in the series Star Trek Discovery. So, full disclaimer before I actually get into the kit. If I say things that just don't sound right or not pronounced correctly, or just, I'm saying things that are just like, really, dude, I'm sorry. I'm not a diehard fan of the Star Trek series, and I'm sure you're all asking, well, why? If I'm not, why did I get the kit? I'm a casual fan. I'm not super invested. I've always had an appreciation for the U.S.S Enterprise, especially just the main ship itself, which you can consider a character at this point. It's just the poster child, you could say, of every Star Trek series, except for Discovery, because Discovery, it's got its own series ship. I'm not sure about the other Star Trek series because I haven't seen them. I did see some bits and pieces from some of the series and some of the movies, yeah. So, like, I don't even know who these three are. I just know I think he's the captain, I believe, for the U.S.S Discovery. But these two, I'm not sure who they are. Anyway, for the main kit itself here, make sure to start planning ahead because this is going to be 18 inches long. It's about 8 inches wide, give or take. So for those of you who are about to pre-order this kit, get this kit, whatever, start making some space. Another thing I also went ahead and got that I will review later on is the lighting kit that's specifically made for this kit. And I'll get into this in another video because this video will be kind of long. Not too long, hopefully, but we'll see. So, going on to the side of the box, like I usually review as well, we have the part here where it's going to advertise the lighting kit. We have, again, like the kit being a 3D model with the lights and everything. Again, advertising like this is what it will more or less look like with the lighting and everything like that. On the side here, we just have, on the other side, it's the same thing too. The U.S.S Enterprise with the name here and everything like that. Serial numbers. Here we have two scenes from, I believe, the end, last episode or last ending of season 1, I guess, of Star Trek Discovery. We have the U.S.S Discovery right here along with the Enterprise there. And then we have the image of the decals here, what they're going to look like and everything like that, which I will also get into in a moment. So I don't usually review the bottom of the box. But this is actually what the bottom of the box looks like, and there's a reason I'll get into this. So again, it's going to show you more or less how it's going to look, especially with the Aztec decals. So this brand seems to be smart business-wise to kind of like really wring more of your money, because you're going to get the kit itself. You're going to buy the lighting kit, which is like $80 or whatever, depending on where you can find it. You can get the Aztec decals, which is another $30, and this is already like $60, $70. It just depends right there. We have the different parts here. You're going to see like the details that it has, everything like that, provided it's painted, because it's not painted exactly like you see here. It's going to have to be painted yourself on some parts. Moving on to the side, which is why I'm actually getting into this, it's showing you where to put the decals here. So number 1 goes here on the top. Number 5 is going to go here at the back. You have just like a front and back view of the U.S.S Enterprise. On the other side, though, you have the side view, and it's going to show you where all the other decals will be going. And then lastly, you have the bottom view and everything like that. We're going to put the last identification numbers there and everything like that. And it's kind of like a coloration guide, because it shows you the green light here and the red light will be there. That's pretty much it for that. So getting into the instructions, it's a very simple booklet, 3 pages worth of instructions. So we have the nacelle engines, the pylons. We have what I like to call the frisbee, although yes, I know it's called the saucer. A majority of the parts are going to be going in this part, because this is where you're going to have all the windows and stuff like that. They're going to be being placed inside. Moving over here, we have the main body. Just going to assemble that part, slap it on there. Just slap all the other parts together, and boom, you're done. So if it's going to be a straight build that you're going to do this with, you're not going to do anything else with it. This is going to be a relatively simple and quick build for you all. But if you're going to be customizing it, well, it'll take a little bit longer, but maybe not as long, just depends. For the main parts, we have the saucer, the 2 halves of the saucer. Apparently from other videos of other Enterprise kits, they're usually like in more parts, I guess, but it seems like this one is just in 2 parts now, not including or excluding the clear parts and stuff like that. The big bonus about this kit, it seems, is that openings are already drilled out for you. You don't need to cut out or drill out the openings for the lighting and everything like that. It's already made for you. So that's a big bonus. Another big bonus too is, again, it's advertising a lot with the lighting kit. You have these little tabs here where the lighting will be attached. The LEDs will be facing to illuminate the plastic and everything. Another bonus as well is, in case you get confused, it actually molded in the part numbers onto the actual ship. So like, for instance, this would be part 120, 114 right, 115, 119, and everything like that. So that's a pretty big bonus too, and even has an arrow to match where the other part will be and everything like that. So that's pretty neat in case you're going to get confused, like, oh crap, you know, this looks the same, where do I put it and stuff like that. You have the openings here for where it's going to connect, and then an opening here where the wires are going to feed through. So for those of you who don't want to get the lighting kit, this is user like really light kit friendly, because you can just make your own light kit and just do your own thing right there, and it's already got like the openings there. You don't have to cut out stuff, well, at least you don't have to cut out a lot of things, at least, because there's some parts that are missing. But moving on, we have the main body here. So we have the little turbines, whatever, I like to call them turbines, but yeah, it's the nacelle engines. This is where the motors are going to be going through and everything like that. You have openings there for where the lighting is going to bleed through, and then the opening there for the turbine. This goes in the back. Then you have the pylons here, also molded pretty well. They got a little imperfections there from like the molding process, so I do encourage that you do paint this kit, or at least try to paint it. If not, it's fine. But if you're going to light it, I do still say you should paint it, because you're going to have the light bleeding out. So you have more of these little tabs where the lighting is going to go, so it's going to illuminate all the parts and everything like that. I'll most likely just paint black on the inside and then spray paint it chrome on the inside, so it helps refract the lights a little better. Moving on from there, we have the nacelle engines. So already cut out here for the clear parts, some other parts here where the lighting is actually going to bleed through. There's also some very small slits here and here. You can't really see it very well. Lighting is supposed to bleed out through there, and there's supposed to be a third one here, but it doesn't seem like they included it. I saw it on one of the videos, a little scene, whatever, that there was actually an opening there, but they didn't include that there, so it's fine, I guess. Last but not least, we have the clear parts. So here it has the arrow, I guess, to show that you got to match this arrow with the other arrow, make sure it's correct and everything. This is still like transparent, so you can still see on the inside. So I do recommend that you do put in, if you get the lighting kit, or make your own, that you do spray paint some kind of, or spray on or paint in some kind of like frost color, so you don't see the light exactly as it's seen. You have these parts here in clear for the engine and everything like that. These are all for the windows, which is pretty neat too, because it's in big chunks, and it's got the little window pieces just slide right on in. It's perfect. Shouldn't have any issues there. This part's also in clear, but that's because like the bottom here, there's going to be some lights, and in the back here too, even though they didn't have the decals for that. Yeah, the nacelle caps and the little turbines that go inside the nacelle engines. This is the back part for the engine, and that's it for that. For like the base, we have semi-gloss black plastic dome, or half dome kind of thing, or quarter dome actually. You have the tube, and I say tube because it actually is a tube. So the wire is going to feed through there, feed it through here. You're going to have to drill out an opening there. So if you do get the lighting kit, make sure that you do modify this. And it actually does tell you you're going to need to cut out 2 of these little ribs here. It doesn't mention about a hole, but you do have to drill out a hole through here, because I don't see one here. So you can feed the wires out, and you're pretty much done with that. So moving on from there, we have the decals, which some of them are actually metallic, so that's pretty neat too. I'm not sure if they'll get lost in the metal paint that I'm going to be painting in, but we'll see. So it has all the things you need. This is all it is, unfortunately. I am planning on getting the Aztec decals, so I can add the extra detail there. And I actually forgot, there are these 2 parts as well. These 2 clear parts are also detailed. It's got some ribs or ridged designs here as seen in the series. But these I will not be using for reasons I will explain in the next video of the lighting kit. So it's got like these little grooves there. I'm going to probably use a Dremel. I'm going to Dremel those out or something like that, or Dremel them in. Or unless I can find some, what do you call it? Silicone silicone paint or something I can dab inside there. Just paint it up and then just remove it afterwards. We'll see. But other than that, I mean, that's pretty cool. I do plan on lighting the kit, like I said, but there are some modifications I won't be making. So I'm going to be putting in a hole here where there's supposed to be light that, like a floodlight that shines and illuminates this top part. There's one on the top of the nacelle engines here that flashes down and stuff like that. So I'm going to be adding some extra lighting to it, but I'm still using the other lighting kit since I don't know how to make my own lighting kits, and unfortunately it doesn't flash. But anyway, this is it for this video here. I will make the other one right after this one. Hope you enjoyed this, and you'll have an outstanding day. Lone Wolf signing out.